What's going on, guys? TieFly85 here again with MG Nights. Now, in this episode, I want to talk about movies. And definitely want to talk about, it's that time of the year again, horror movies. And there's some pretty great horror movies in the lineup. Now, some horror movies that did already come out earlier this year that I did see is Annabelle Creation. I definitely did originally like Conjuring, Conjuring 2, Annabelle, and then with Annabelle Creation, I would definitely say out of all of those movies, Annabelle Creation, hands down, it was great. Like, it scared the crap out of me. It was really good. I would highly recommend that you go see this movie. And they are coming out with another adaptation off of that, The Nun. With that, let's go ahead and jump right into it. One of the movie I'm most excited for is It. It's a Stephen King adaptation of a book. The original starring Tim Curry. Now, Tim Curry played Pennywise, which was the original 1980s version of the movie. And in that version, he is himself, he's an amazing actor, and he's done a lot of amazing characters. Pennywise, though, it was he played it so great. Like, the book itself made this character so really scary and in your face. And when the movie came out, it wasn't quite like the book. They did tweak it just a little bit, but the tweaks that they made were amazing. And the movie was super scary and still is today to most people. If you haven't seen it, I'd highly recommend that you go watch the original It with starring Tim Curry. Now, the new It coming out on September 8th it definitely looks like they're going a lot more darker than the original. Pennywise, just in the look of himself compared to the original, super dark, way more scarier looking. And as far as the movie doesn't quite look identical to the first one. There are definitely some scenes that if you have seen the first one and you've watched the trailer, then you'll be totally oh yeah, no, I remember that from the first one. So I'm really anticipating this movie. I think it's going to be great. I would definitely highly recommend you all go check it out. I definitely will be, for sure. Now, another movie that's coming out here pretty soon. We've all seen most of these movies, but it's Saw. They're coming out with another Saw. Now, this one actually looks pretty good. It looks like they're trying to go back to the original kind of Saw esque feel. We all originally saw the first Saw, and we were just wow, this is kind of a new, groundbreaking type of thing, It was pretty awesome when it came out, and now that they've done so many of them, you're just kind of well, maybe I lost interest after 2, or, maybe I have seen all of them, but they're just not quite as great as the original. So I'm really hoping that with this one coming out, that they're trying to push back to how the original was, and it was just so, it was just really original, honestly, is what I thought. So this one does look really good. They are continuing the storyline. So if you haven't seen the rest of them, I'd highly recommend, even if you didn't necessarily like them, go back, rewatch all of them. Pay attention to the storyline in each one, because they do kind of all interconnect. And this one definitely is taking off from where the last one left off. So it definitely worth at least watching to be caught up. Now, if you don't want to do that, that's totally understandable. I know that they get really, repetitive. Because, how many different ways can you come up with ideas, to kill somebody? Obviously there's a million ways to die. But, they were pretty creative overall throughout all of the series, so no person died the same way. So they did do a good job of trying to keep them all different, which I did like about that. So I'm really excited to see the new Saw, to see what could be pushed further than all the rest of them, and the storyline. I did actually like the storyline. I thought it was pretty interesting. How it all took place and how all of these characters were connected, and so it was just pretty awesome. So that's all I have for you today. Just to recap, we have It coming out on September 8th, and then we have Saw. So definitely go check out both those movies. I will leave the descriptions down below so you can go check out those trailers for those movies in their entirety. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to go ahead and slap that like button. Alrighty, guys. Well, that's all I have for you today. Which one of the two movies are you most excited for, It or Saw? I definitely will say I'm most excited for It. I cannot wait to see this movie. It looks like it's going to be great. If you did like this episode, please leave a like down below. Leave your comments. Let me know what you're most excited for in this horror movie season, because there are quite a few other movies that I definitely didn't get to that are also coming out. So definitely leave me your comments down below. If you like this episode, definitely go ahead and subscribe. We are going to have quite a bit more content coming out here soon. And don't forget, stay nightly.